Cool. Okay.
Tiate. Okay, here. I'm looking at a few more minutes.
That's yours. Do you want it? Find it.
Oh, shh.
Try to come.
Weird.
Yeah, mister. Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's see here. Huh. Mike, it won't let me allow you to record it either. I don't know why.
Probably racist. Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Excuse me. So we'll get started. So, Nich Maitzri. Oh, hey, Annie.
Hello.
Next might see.
Nich Maitzri or Nich Pachwai, however you want to go about it.
Maisky.
I'll try.
Yeah. Well, 5 o'clock. Yeah, Maitzri. So we are going to be going over, starting off the alphabet. Just to get everybody familiar with the sounds that we use in our alphabet that was created by the elders and with Dr. Noel Rude. The sounds that we have that they've developed for the Umatilla language, for the language dictionary. So, oops, I gotta switch out my there we go. So this symbol here that if you have your dictionaries, if you don't, well, here's a symbol. This is the glottal. It's a pause in a word. It's a break. The example word we'll use is means a word for the crow. So that break is what that symbol represents. And as we carry on and go forward, I will tend to get lazy myself and use that symbol, that apostrophe. Can you guys see that? So this is the glottal, word for crow. And another example word that we'll use is the word for, oops, can't even type it. Ka'oit. Ka'oit. It's a word for feast. Ka'oit. And there's a lot of different feasts that happen throughout the year. There's not just one. There used to be about four feasts throughout the year to be Ka'oit. Ka'oisha be the one that say we're feasting. Ka'oit. But that word Ka'oit, that break, that glottal, is what that symbol represents. And we only have about 3 to 4 vowels in our alphabet. And what they designed for it is one letter, one sound for our language. Unlike English, where you have it's a lot of silent letters, like the word comb, C-O-M-B. The B doesn't even make a noise. But what they've decided to do in the language is that every letter in the word makes a sound. So this next one, the first letter actually is ah. So one letter, one sound. Ah, just like the last word, word for crow. And another word we'll use, like sample, is the word for the sun. Un. Un is the word for sun. And you got ayayat. Ayayat, meaning beautiful, wonderful. A lot of our words as we go along do have multiple meanings. It depends on the context of how you use it. But the basic definition of ayayat is beautiful. So ayayat.
Damien, is
Yeah.
there a difference between the regular A and the A with the thing over it?
Oh yeah, the you see the marks over the A's. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that over this one too. Over ka'oit. Those marks represent stress marks. So you hear the word un, then ayayat, you hear where the sound picks up, the sound goes up. Ayayat on the second A. You hear it in that one, the stress on the first A. And then I forgot to put it in the word ka'oit. It should have been on the A on that one also. Ka'oit. And the un is you can tell where the stress is out on that one. It's on the A again. But since ayayat has 3 A's, it's in the middle. You can hear it. Ayayat. Ayayat. You hear where the stress goes up. So those marks above, it's not going to be just on the A's, and they'll be on the U's, and they'll be on the I's, the barred I's, as we go along. As we go along with these lessons here. So those marks above the letter indicate stress marks, where the stress of the word is. So our next letter down the list is the C. The C would be like in English TS would be the sound. Trying to make the T sound and the S sound together. So our example word for that, saat. Saat. Kind of an almost perfect word to go over the past two in it that we just went over. Saat. Saat means for a brief time, short time. Like you would growing up, we'd hear in different services, different ceremonies, Saat Simcha, when to go for a little while longer. Saat is a short time, brief time. So if someone asks you, and if you, how long you gonna be over there, and you just want to answer Saat, just for a little time, for a little bit of time, and just answer like that. Saat. And if you're looking in the dictionary on at the next word, the example word they have for it is achtzam. Achtzam. Play cards. Achtzam. Achtzam. It's achtzam isha, playing cards. Oh, I guess Fred didn't get the. Hold on.
And send it to him.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
So these next ones that you'll see that we'll go over. I don't know what's going on here. They're called ejectives. They'll come out. They'll show up like this on your. They'll show up like this in your dictionary. They got the little mark above it, of the C's, or the call that how actually my dad called it, and Allah, his mother called it, was a patasi. Patasi C and patasi CH. But those are what they're called in here is called ejectives. They really pop out. I call them the popping sounds. You got Sa'at, was really, really quiet, really mellow. Sa'at. And you got like one good one to use for that, in that, is one we grew up with myself. Is the word see? See? Excuse me. See? See? Meaning sweet. See? And another one would be, this is a, I'll just use that. Meaning close. That can be referred to not just, a lot of them use it referring to relatives, like naimu. That's my close relative. But you can also use it for like you're standing close to someone. Like you're standing close to something, something's close to another thing. So is that word tsa. And when you especially with that word, when you see the two letters, when you see two vowels together, they're side by side, the sound carries out a little bit more, because you got like un, and you got the double a, ah, ah. So that's the ejective c, that sound. You got t and ah. And the next one that we have, took me a while to adjust to it, to get the feel for it, is the Hatchet. Hatchet C. That's the ch sound. Like we have chi, not si, but chi. Saying chi, this, chi, chi. And everyone should be familiar with this word. Choosh. Choosh. It's water. Water. Choosh. We have chi, choosh. Another one, you'll hear the word in there. You'll hear that sound. Ti chum is the word for land or earth. That sound is in there. Ti chum, and you'll see that in the word. That letter, the Hatchet C. So chi, choosh, ti chum. Just where those sounds really, that sound really comes out. And then you have this one, the ejective C, the Hatchet C, the sound. We had, now we got really push that sound out. And I'm not sure if some of you guys grew up with this word. Maybe it was just me, my crazy cousins. We have the word chish. Chish. Our elders back home where I grew up, when we tell a story, that they'd say this to us. Chish. Yeah, I lie. So that's the word for lie. Chish. Chish. The next word I would use that is chum. 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 It meaning sharp, like a knife. Knife would be chum. Chum. You got the ejective C, and you got chish. Chish. And chum. Chum. Huh. Then we get back. I would say we get back into basics now too. We'll go down the line. Like some of the letters you know in English, the sound it makes. H. The sound does H make? Ha. That ha sound. So good words is huli, 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 meaning wind. Huli. If you say if it's windy outside, it's windy today. Ihulisha, it's windy. Huli. And Brosnan and your family, you guys should know this word. Hahan. Hahan, meaning the root tops. You're looking for the hahan when you're looking for roots. So what does the hahan look like? Hahan, like you're digging piachi, kmash, panko, chaush, luksh. Now that hahan that's on top, the flower, hahan, the root tops. That word, hahan. Am I moving too fast for anybody? Am I going okay? So let me know if I'm going too fast, if you guys need more help. So we move on and we got our next vowel in our language, the I. The I in the language, like I said again, it's one letter, one sound. It's not going to be like English where you have long letters, short letters. So the I makes the E sound. E. E. As in in. In is me. Or I. In. Or I can go with E. E. E is yes. E. Excuse me. So this one, oops, not that one. Not that one either. That one. The barred eye. Some people, some of my past students, some would when I first start writing the language, they would get confused with this letters, thinking it was a T. But it's a barred I. It makes the sound. Eh, eh. Oops. Ish. Ischit. Example word in there. Ischit. Ischit. Meaning road. Ischit. It also mean path, a trail. Ischit. Or elik. Elik. Meaning the Indian tobacco. Elik. And the way that some teachers I've heard you is that that sound, that barred I is almost like saying when you say Spanish in Spanish, español. That's the sound. The shit. Ilik. And move on to the K. I'm not sure if this is a typo in here in the dictionary, or just it could be a lot of dialectal things too. The kakum, meaning full, but then also I've heard it said Cotton. I've heard it spelled like it sound like this. Kakum or kakum, meaning full. Kakum or kakum. And you have kakya.
No.
Yep, and I am running out of time here. Getting close to the end of our little short time here. But kakya.
Yeah.
Kakya meaning bird. The base word, simple word for bird or even animal. Not just it mean animal or bird. It just depends on how you use it. Kakya. Are there any questions so far? Next one we have is the ejective K. The ejective K is the k sound. Kalas. Kalas. Meaning raccoon. Kalas. So it looks like this. Kalas. And I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this one. I just heard one too. Let's see. Where that ejective K comes out, that sound. Kalas and kusi. Kalas and kusi. That ejective sound. Oops, not that one.
Does kusi mean dog?
Yep. Kusi is dog. To say that, sorry. Kalas is raccoon. Kusi is a dog. And yeah, so this next one, kwa, kwa. It's a KW, K raised W, as you see. There's there's two words that have the same spelling, but I really pay attention to the sound. Quai, that direction. Quai. The word that sounds like that will be the next word. But this one's quai, in that direction. Quai and quiam. Quiam. Meaning true. Quiam. So right there, I'll finish it off right there. If anybody have any questions right now, open it up right now. Any questions? We got questions? Open to anything. I'm however you want to, whatever questions you have. Am I speaking clearly enough? The sound's coming through clear enough for you to understand? Because we still have more. If you're looking through your dictionary, if you have dictionaries, we're going through the list again. The sounds. We just finished off with the K raised W, first one. So we got quai, quiam. So we got the glottal, a, un, the C, sa'at, the ejective C, tsi, hatchet, chi, ejective, hatchet C, chish, H, huli, I, in, bard I, ischit, K, kakum, or kakum, the ejective K, kalas, and raise the K raised W, quai, and quiam. Are there any questions, comments, concerns?
Just one of the example words in for the barred I, and as I find myself either having to use a regular A or a barred I, and so and if we spelled if we just spelled the word AM with an accented A, and I does not that's a husband, right?
Yeah.
And then if you spell the barred I and the M, and then in a dictionary, then it's pronounced different, but it almost sounds the same. But it's
Yeah.
for your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So there's sometimes there's little slight variations in that barred I sound.
Yeah. And a lot of times that here it's like it could be dialectal too about how a person speaks too.
Mhm.
When I first started with the program, even myself, I when I seen the word that's AM, I referred to it right away with my mouth. Didn't know that there was a enunciation difference. Yeah. Yeah. Roslyn, do you guys have a question? Meadow?
Go ahead. Ask him.
I would like to say, I've been going over the horse and horses. Kusi and Kusima.
Yeah. Kusi is one horse. Kusima, horses.
Mhm.
And kusi would be like a little horse, or maybe the horse is called a big dog. That's what little debate goes on. I kind of wonder about why those words are close. Name. What came first, the horse or the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Is the dog called a little horse, or is the horse called a big dog? When we put two words together like that, it makes them small, makes them little. See, they could put you can say like kakya for a small bird or a small animal.
Oh, okay.
Good question. Good question, Meadow.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there's no such thing as a dumb question either. There's no such thing. The only dumb question is a dumb question that doesn't get asked.
When I first when I was first Chinese down at the river Goldendale, and Janice's cousin Cynthia Espirito, you guys talk funny. You guys say dear funny. I grew up saying Yamash,
Yeah.
and here I had to get acquainted with Yamash.
Yeah, my dad got got with the same ringer and that one too, hanging out with Mike and Losh and Frank. Say the same thing. Yamish. Look at him funny. What are you saying? It's Yamish, not Yamish.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, it's a people from different areas say things differently, and it's sometimes they like look at each other like, he's wrong.
We all understand each other.
Yep.
So first part here was got everyone able to see my whiteboard here.
You were doing the writing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Looks good. So I need to learn to get acquainted with this for my lesson on Thursday.
Yeah, I was messing around with it. Me and Lisa went over this for a bit on Friday. Then I was messing around with it Friday, Sunday and Saturday. So
Okay.
my first Zoom class. I hope you guys enjoyed it. No. And yeah, practice what we went over so far, and we'll pick up where we left off next Tuesday, same time, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone have a good day, have a good week, and I will see you guys next week.
Good deal, yo.
Yeah.